Hello my friends, welcome to our second week of Mixed Media Frenzy. I wanted to show you what I was going to work with. Now our focus this time around will be mists. I don't know what I'm planning on doing with them yet, but I will be using Heidi Swapp Color Shine in gold and in pink. And this pink is like pretty darn bold. It's like a deep tulip color pink. So not sure my direction yet there, coming up with a plan. And then the next thing I wanted to show you, okay, I'm using this kit here that I put together for the Nicole Jones Scrapathon class. Now this is one of them that I considered a complete kit. I only had a few like that. Most were kind of mix and mix of pieces. So I do have this great sheet here. I think it's Maggie Holmes from a paper pad somewhere along the way. I've got this My Mind's Eye paper that I'm not loving, but oh, that's hideous. But I'm going to try to use some of this side. I've got a scrap here of some floral bits, a partially used plus sign that also looks like Maggie Holmes, and then just this piece right here. Now to go with this kit, oh, real quick, I'm going to show you this. This is a set of photos I'm going to scrapbook. My husband posted this on October 2nd as an anniversary kind of a pic. And then what else to show you? I'm going to be using this My Mind's Eye My Story. Very, very ever so vintage, no date on it. Set of stickers. I've got Dear Lizzie foamy thickers in a nice gold. I've got Dear Lizzie thickers in this really gorgeous cork. I have Moonstruck cork stickers by Pink Paisley. Not a single one used, it doesn't look like. I have some Pink Fresh color block word stickers, and then some crepe paper Hello Love tags. I don't know if I've used any or not, but that's what I have. And lastly, I'm going to go ahead and use this sketch here that is up at Redefined Creative. There's a new sketch every Thursday evening that they put up, and I am a sketch loving girl. I'll try to remember to put it right about here so you can see how much mine looks like it or doesn't look like it. Don't know. We're going to see how that goes. All right, so I'm going to start scrapbooking. I will speed it up just a tiny bit and voice over the next bits. Wish me luck. I'm just gonna get this branding strip taken off. Now, a little concerned about using this piece of paper for my background as it's like a light to medium weight, but I figure it's gonna go in a page protector. It's gonna get backed with another one. It'll be fine. So that kind of not gorgeous mustard yellow paper there. I liked the little bordered edge on it. It's like it was already cut out in a scallop, so I'm going to use an edge of that. And now I'm just going to take a look-see to see how I might like it to lay down. Now, right now, I'm looking at it just like the sketch that you see in the upper corner, but that's gonna change out just a little bit. Now you see that I'm using some scraps from a previous layout, and that is great. I'm getting a little extra mileage out of my kits, and you know, it's interesting because I'm using floral with floral, but as long as I have it mostly broken up using that little scalloped edge, it does end up working out. I do end up liking the look of it. Now I'm trying to decide where I want the orientation, and I'm like, oh, I just kind of like it going this way. So it will differ just a little bit from the way the layout or the sketch looks, but that's okay. Sketches are just a fabulous jumping off point, and there will be enough similarities in the kit for you to get the basic idea that that's kind of what led me along in this way. So you see I'm using that little scallopy edge, and I'm going to go ahead and cover the that brownish strip that you see in it with this patterned floral paper. I think it's a My Mind's Eye floral paper. I don't know. It's a kit I bought many moons ago. Now I know that you are looking at a whole lot of floral, but it'll look okay, I promise. So I have to get my photo trimmed up, and I think it printed slightly wonky, so I have to monkey with it just a little bit, but that's all right. I print on a Canon Selfie for those of you who do like to know. And yeah, and I print in square, I print in 2x4s, I print in all different sizes. I don't really have a favorite. And so I'm trying to decide how I might like to back this. And I think I want to back it on this paper, but I'm going to do my best for to not see that there's brown in it, because there's so much black in the layout that I'll be using. I didn't really want to mix the brown with the black because the embellishments in the kit, they're just not going to work. So I am just placing the photo in such a way that you really just don't see that part of it. You know, who knows, on another layout I'll be able to use some of this paper and you won't be able to, or you know, I might bring out the brown. So I'm going to go ahead and use a foam square, and it is adhesive on one side. I prefer the kind that is adhesive on one side, but it's okay if they don't have it at whatever store I'm at. But right now I'm just lucky enough that I have the kind that I do like. So this is the orientation that the layout will end up in. I'm just going to have to decide how I want to go with this, but I do think at this point I'm going to decide to get some mist working. I didn't have any packaging right in my trash, so I just decided to grab a baggie. I had a box of baggies right next to me, so I decided to just kind of smoosh some of the mist on using, yeah, I guess the smoosh technique. Now my gold doesn't spray, it doesn't like to spray, it's never sprayed, so I've just decided to go ahead and do kind of larger splatty bits with the gold. I mean, we all know with mixed media, you don't end up seeing a whole lot of it that you put on there, so not trying to be too precious about it, just trying to use some of my products. So I'm going ahead also and doing some splatty bits in the pink. I do like, all right, when you smush, you'll get a bit of a lighter color, right? And then when you do the dots, you get a little bit more bold. And then, you know, at the end, I believe I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more mist on and just let it dry naturally. So I'm going to get a little bit of a tonality difference. And yeah, it's just the nature of mist. They like to be treated well in all different ways. All right, so that's the smooshing and splatty bits that we're going to have for the mist component. Now, I do know that I want to incorporate as much of the fun goodies that are in this kit. Somebody put it together for me once upon a time, so I'm going to try to get bits of each of the products that are in the kit onto this page. So there are a set of tags in this kit, and it's making me think this might have been a Valentine's kit or a kit that was put out in February, because it does have a couple things that says "Be My Valentine" or "Happy Valentine's Day." So I'm just going to use the 5 tags that do not say that. Now, chances are those won't end up in a Valentine layout anyway, but since I had 5 and I am a lover of odd numbered things, that's going to end up just fine. I will also go ahead and use this the pattern gold, or that kind of like mustard paper, and make a couple banner pieces with that to go along with my tags. So I wanted the tags to kind of have a banner vibe to them. So I'm going to go ahead and fishtail those 2 little pieces. It's bringing some yellow down below as well. And I'll just, kind of sneak some of a small tape runner up in there, because I didn't want to move everything around once I got it where I wanted it to be. So I did end up having to use a little bit of wet adhesive. I had this glittery heart and I didn't want to see the whole glitter heart. I just wanted to see a little bit of it. And we know that glitter likes to fight with just regular ATG adhesive. So pop that on there with a little bit of it showing behind, and used a little foam to give me some dimension. And now I'm going to figure out how I want this title to go. I will end up having Happy 26 just running side by side leading into the photos. Didn't know that in the beginning, but that's how that title ends up. So I do definitely have, the total base and design of this layout done. I'm just going ahead and wanting to add some label bits, mostly because the Rediscover Your Stash site on Facebook has labels as our product focus, and I think it's an absolutely fantastic idea to do so. There's another site that has hearts, so I've been getting labels and hearts on as many layouts as I can. I think there's yet another one that has Project Life cards. I haven't started working on that. I figure labels and hearts are going to give me enough of a focus for now. So my little bits were moving around, so I went ahead and used some wet adhesive on them. And I'm putting that label, I really like the floral part on the bottom, so I wanted to cut it in half and put some on the top and some on the bottom. And it's just giving us a little extra something to look at. I went ahead and journaled. I just used a dark gray pen for journaling, and I have our original wedding date and a little note that I love my husband even more today than the day we got married. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if I told you the photos that are the 4 photos. My husband posted them on Facebook with a happy anniversary note. So I went ahead and just screenshotted them and printed them out real quick, and ta-da. So there's a lot going on. I have about 5 million patterns going on and all that, so I chose not to add extra words, and I love little word stickers. I just kind of felt like I didn't even have a place to put them with all the comings and goings that I have going on. I do use a couple of these pink fresh wood veneer hearts. I normally use 3, but once again, I kind of have like one giant cluster. I don't have little, like 3 separate clusters like what you might normally see me do. And I did go ahead and add a couple of the hearts that came with, the word happy. I went ahead and used a couple of the hearts that were in that packaging. And I am using some of these little cork bits. I would really like to base a layout strongly around them because they're gorgeous and they're different, but I do have cork in the writing that says 26th and then in those 2 places, so that ends up working. I'll go ahead and add some bling from this Bow Bunny bling set. It's going to give another texture and another kind of I guess it's just kind of a fun element. Yeah, I don't use bling that much. I used to, and I think maybe early 90s or late 90s, but not so much anymore. Early 2000s, I don't know what I'm talking about. When bling was big before and now bling is back. Anywho, go ahead and click the links below for Kathy and Krista. They are using Mist as well for their challenge. See how they went about it. And if you have any questions, ask them below. Or comments, whatever, I would be happy to answer them and chat with you and all that kind of stuff. And if, what else was I going to say? If you want to be notified when my next video goes up, hit the notification button. And if you could go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, etc., that would be fantastic. It gives YouTube a heads up if you like the content I am putting out. All right, so here is a little bit more of a close-up of all of my bits on this page. And I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Here's a still-ish shot of this layout, and I'll see you ever so soon with my next video. Goodbye, friends.